Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Discourteous, aren't you? You dare strike me from behind? I'll smash you! Yours are not the skills of just any warrior.
Save your compliments. We have to move.
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. You'll soon see about that. Glad you have your uses.
I'll show you how useful I can be!
Not much longer to go.
Come on, one final push!
Let's do this together, Alpha.
RIESEN! Attack time! Rising Wyvern! Rising... Resonate with you! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it!
I never miss!
No further!
Arrow squall!
Will this help?
Begin!
I'm sorry. I'll be better.
None shall escape my judgment! We do it! Energy! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Well done!
Save you!
Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
An opponent like this should be easy.
Here I go! I'm only getting
Take this!
If it's
Your blade moves like silk. I just let my instincts take over. How fascinating.
Your astral arts are truly incredible.
airborne
Every
scoundrel.
little bit sounds like a job. Indeed it does. I'll keep pushing to be better as well.
Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon! Elusive deity! Rotating fire type!
Now!
Shattering the pieces! Attack time!
Astral arts? That's my cue!
Shut him down! You require a hand. Try this! Infernal turret! Dragon swarm!
Can't be swamped! I owe you, Sion. Healing is what my arts do best. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Infernal turret! Eat dirt!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was improved.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
Ignite!
I've never seen Sion actually look flustered.
Try this! Infernal turret! Take this!
Healing
Do
doing.
it! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you.
Try this!
Already going! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
dirt! Mega Ray! Mega Ray! Huh. Primed and ready! I never miss! Mega Ray!
Be a breeze. Get in, get out. I'll end you. Steal! Big blast! Bet that shell's hiding something tasty. They got me flanked! It's showtime! How's this? Talon Storm! Now I'm in the groove. And them! That frickin' does it! Carve through armor! Watch it! Blow away! Talon Storm! Eat this! I'm on a roll now! Steal! Blow away! Ready and rarely! Talon Storm! Watch this! Big blast! Blow away! Talon Storm! That frickin' does it! Big blast! Talon Storm! Blow away! That frickin' does it! Big ready and rarely! Blow away! Big blast! Blow away! Steal! Blow away! I'm just getting started. Blow away! Talon Storm! Take this! I'll finish you here and now! All good things. It's come to an end. Talon Hurricane! Watch it! Blow away! Talon Storm! Blow away! Watch it! Talon Storm! First strike! Anything in armor is all mine! Armor won't save you! Big blast! Blow away! First strike! Huh. I'll finish you here and now! Talon Storm! Blow away! Too slow! Huh. Talon Hurricane! On the ground! Anything in armor is all mine! Talon Storm! Big blast!
legs is my shield. Tiger Blade! Who's next? Tiger Blade! Far enough! Tiger Blade! Flaming Meteor! No chance! Switch to offense! Tiger Blade! Then what you don't set up! Tiger Blade! Going in! One more! Falling Storm! Tiger Blade! Tiger Blade! Flaming Meteor! He's ready to go! I'm gone! Take this! Going in! Take this! Look far enough! How about this? Tiger Blade! Look sharp! One more! I'm gone! That's it! This one's mine! Tiger Blade! Tiger Blade! This one's mine! Going in! Nothing gets by me!
Discourteous, aren't you?
Stalagmite!
Our arts are being interrupted.
Elusive deity!
Simian pests. I shall feel you where you stand.
Heal! Begin! Take this! Prepare to be sealed! Can't get out of this! Elusive deity! Tornado drive! Elusive deity! Tornado drive! Elusive deity! I'll face you! You're being targeted! Elusive deity! I'll face you! You're mine! You're mine! Can you take it? Does it hurt? You're mine! Prepare to be sealed! In a bind? Elusive deity! Elusive deity! Tornado drive! Elusive deity! How anticlimactic! Prepare to be sealed! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Elusive deity! I'll face you! How's this? Begin! Elusive deity! I'll face you! Now or never! Elusive deity! Heal! Heal! No further! You'll find no mercy! Benediction light. Heal! Tornado drive! Behold! The earth pulse! Tectonic fission! I'll face you! Now it's my turn! Tornado elusive deity! I'll face you! Elusive deity! Elusive deity! What? Elusive deity! Take this! Can't get out of this! Tornado get out of this! Elusive deity!
What a wonderful treasure this is.
To hit the road? I know I am.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
I like it.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but...
Okay, people. We have... And then, we need to... All right?
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence, crammed
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right.
from up here. All the struggles we've been through feel so...
Nothing like realizing how small you are. It kind of makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegus?
There are better ways to use your time than napping.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage.
In that case, she's all yours.
Everything okay, Shion?
We'll be going to Lenegus soon.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you. What was life on Lenegus like back then?
Let's just say they called it treatment.
You mean...
That's right. Day in and day out. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. Some existence, huh? I thought things couldn't get any worse. Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? Sure, I survived. And that's when it hit me.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
You say it's your destiny to die so that...
Are you crazy?
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life? It's that logic that's used to justify slavery. This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. If we're doing this to protect people...
A world free of sacrifice.
Not just me. If we're going to win, now I see it. The true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers.
You bet we can pull it off.
Yeah, we can do this.
Is everyone about ready?
Before we do that,
Kisara has a point.
I'd like to hear more too.
Very well. First and foremost, Lenegus, of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right. Its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you mean?
They can be honed with the right training, and as a result,
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass. Still.
Thanks for the warning.
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts.
On arts alone, you're right.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Jeez.
Wait a second.
I am not!
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is as if such simplistic criteria could ever...
so this red woman,
I would wager so. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being...
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dana,
That red woman's got a lot to answer for.
We're about to land.
If there are clues about your thorns out there, Shion, there's no one here.
Lenegis' infrastructure is largely automated.
Do you think anyone realizes that we're here?
We may not have received a royal welcome, but
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
So now what? And if we're lucky,
there is an area of the city that is accessible only to the sovereigns.
Forbidden?
I don't know. In any case,
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
precisely. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time. Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters would only court trouble.
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds.
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign. You can't...
There's only one way to find out.
Shion's right. Who knows?
All right. Beyond... On that wall lies a city full of Renans. A capital city where Shion and Dohalim used to live, no less. Who knows what we'll find on the other side?
What in the world?
this being Renan territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very foundations of the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
When Lenegis changed shape, it must have had an effect on the interior, too.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live. These are their homes, right?
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the matter. Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that much trickier.
Dohalim? Is that you?
Avakir, I'm glad to see you're well.
So it is you!
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana, then?
Heard what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim, don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me. More importantly, what's happened here?
I'm really not sure. We're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happening.
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone.
The Forbidden Zone?
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home, let alone the Forbidden Zone.
Very well. It looks like we'll have to find the way there ourselves.
Have you seen Faria yet?
No.
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back? You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
You really are the same as ever.
So who's Faria?
Law?
If what Avakir said is true,
They seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their...
We need more information.
While we're at it,
And don't forget about finding the way to the Forbidden Zone.
let's leave the talking to Shion.
Good idea.
I shall assist.
You sure?
Being a lord on Lenegis has its advantages.
Right. The Danans among us should probably keep our heads down.
What if people freak out?
I shall explain it away by saying I'm leading you.
what are we, dogs?
Oh, dear me. Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue?
Would that we have no choice but to grin and bear it. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the... I believed he was on Dana.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same.
As your lordship wishes. First, Lenegis mutates beyond recognition. Now, the Ilkaris house has produced a great many lords over the centuries.
Your good wishes do me an honor.
Everything will be okay now.
I know the basics of healing arts, but my skills pale in comparison.
Your lordship, I descended to Dana. I witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt.
All red, eh?
Yeah,
What's with all these questions?
never mind. Is everything okay? I was hoping to head this way myself.
I suppose the Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay here too long, though. I was hoping to avoid it, but...
You mean you know another way round?
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But,
Yes, strange, isn't it?
but of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of here. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters.
It's worth investigating. I shall go and assess the
You'd really do that for...
Our lot in life is of
Oh, why yes.
Well, we've canvassed the city for information.
No one has the faintest idea what's happening.
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here.
Not to this extent.
Given everything that's happened to their city,
Yeah.
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. Nothing happens devoid of a reason.
The Sovereign's plan. There is one thing I'm still not sure about.
The Sovereign, of course. He rules from...
Without the lords or anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? That's a pretty big dominion for one person to rule over.
The points you make are valid. Come to think of it.
No.
Neither have I.
Hold up.
Assuming what I believe to be...
But what about trade and
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenegis single-handedly.
but I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. What if something were to happen to the city?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is. But Sovereign is...
Whoever wins the crown thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign. As for how Volron factors into all this...
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenegis. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who... That's not the only thing we have in common.
Do you think Volron was made sovereign for the same reason?
I can't say for sure.
But that would mean that 2 Sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganath Haros. Is a new ceremony underway with
Wait a second. The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma.
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And
Questions, questions, and yet more questions.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off limits to
Then it's decided.
One of this. Let's go find it.
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder. I mean, there's some.
But Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current acting lords have power.
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be able to do much about the situation.
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegis, Balsif, Ganabelt. Now that I think of it.
Well, yeah, why? To us Danins, they were just.
I know.
It feels strange to...
Yeah.
If you're that curious about them, every lord in their hand, luckily for us.
Balsef had it in him to care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's possible. A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenegis then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from comment.
What?
Ganabelt was so horrible to people. Yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people he cared about until the very end.
So why couldn't he extend that to us Danins?
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed, the effects of Lenegis's...
Pardon me.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right too.
That doesn't make it true. Too
Ridiculous. Okay.
It seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volron either.
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of Ganath Haros changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary. Remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
When you think about it,
Yeah,
They must have had a lot on their shoulders.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, but their loyalty to their people is...
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so...
Right.
guess that makes you an even bigger oddball than we thought.
So, Alphen, have you...
Yeah. I think Balsif and the others, they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they were...
Yeah, but still, just because they had loved ones in their life.
I know. But at the same time, so I guess...
you're saying that they weren't bad because they were... even if they did terrible things?
Rinwell.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Being a Danon doesn't make you a good person. I think that's something we've all seen.
Shion and Dohalim definitely make a good...
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure I earn that trust.
There's something I just don't get.
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right? In which case, the...
Yeah, that...
So...
Han freaked.
So then this
The last I heard.
You're saying that
I guess over.
Now that you mention.
and that never...
a new Renaissance... In other words, if
True, but if you...
You and me both.
with any luck,
No use standing around...
Doe?
Faria.
Varia? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
But why are you here? Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord. Kill?
I'm here to take care of something.
Oh, of course. But let me tell you.
If killing me will bring you peace.
Dohalim!
First, I have business to take care of. My sins are legion.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You're just a coward!
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true?
Each of us have our pasts.
Before, back in Menancia,
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and
Did you mean what you said?
she has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have no intention of expiring before I do so. Besides, you have just...
Dohalim!
Forgive me.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Yeah.
You think?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, Avakir,
Tarnigan.
he was once my dearest, closest friend. Despite Faria's lower, entranced by her plan, it was a time of great joy.
A friendship.
I suppose it's natural.
I would have. Now. Besides,
Your praise does, and even then, Tarnigan had fought. But fate.
what happened?
Tarnigan was no match, but he was desperate.
You mean he resorted...
How could I tell?
So instead...
That's not the same as...
It is exact. As for what happened after.
But...
Shion's right. You've saved so many people, though. You saved me. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always. But I shall do my best to heed your advice.
think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think
It's important to have someone like...
I didn't realize how difficult it is just...
Sometimes just...
I hope you're right. Alphen,
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but I still wanted to say thank you.
I see a medic and supply officer over there. If they know you're with me... Elect... offer their assistance.